Yes, beautiful. We are live. Let's strap on in and get ready here. See if I can find my man Denny. Should be here somewhere. There he is. Get way out of the action and oh, flak pits. Quite an interesting layout we've got here. I will say it does, just at a brief glance, look to favour the Axis side here. So we'll go on and make sure we get those highlights on, as we know, plenty of trees, plenty of things to hit. So we'll get on over to the flak pits. And I believe, fortunately, I'm just gonna just fine tune the camera here. Unfortunately, I've been quite busy this week, so I've not had a chance to really get this set. So looks like we got the Pathfinders here getting settled in. As I said before, bit of one of the few sort of axis-sided points on this map. Obviously, Hill 400 and Southern there tend to favour the Allies. But it should be a good battle. It's quite a fun point, this one. What we might even do is actually just follow a truck in, because these trees do tend to terrify me just a little. We'll just make sure our highlights are all on. Beautiful. And yeah, we are just about to get underway here. And it should be a fun one. So we'll get on this truck, which I believe will be the main truck, or one of the main trucks going. So as we can see here, pretty standard rollout. You got the double there, the extra tank. So we'll follow this truck in. You can't. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Alright. So, here we go. Oh, unfortunately there. Apologies about that. Journey to flak pits here. Quite a loaded truck, this one. We'll just get to the target here. Apologies if there's a few glitches here and there. Still sort of learning the system. Like the first truck of the 9th Panzer Division here starting to come out. First spawns here coming out for the Pathfinders now. Unfortunately. So the truck will go down. Looks like an early cap pressure here coming from the Pathfinders. There's could be a bit of a retake point, I believe, for for 9th Panzer. As we can see, a lot of effort going on that hill there. And just getting on some gunfights here. There's be a bit of a battle here. Over here, looks like the taking one rocket to the front. Cheeks there. Loading his rockets. And actually, we'll not get the front pen there. Have a look at the shoot here, coming to have a little peek. P2 will go down, and that will secure the cap there. But Pathfinder's not really out of the woods here, as we can see. Unfortunately, I can't really go much higher to get the full picture here, but a bit of hill control coming out from the 9th Panzer Division. Will be the first cap here, going the way of the Pathfinders. Looks like the hill is getting well controlled here. Quite nice PC. We'll see turbo attacks here. Will turn around and not cynical there with the FG42. But a solid front door starting to form. Just get all of these up. Looks like I have missed the medium here going down. Could be wrong. Looks like the Stewart is so up, but massive pressure on the front door here coming from 9PC. Just get right in here. Looks like Hugo there holding down with death. Looking to go for him. A little bit of a pistol there from Omni. Does remain secure. P4 still up. Correct saying that medium did go down. The P2 giving the Stewart a bit of a hard time, but the edge map here, a bit of a sniper in the midst. Pathfinder's infantry is doing some circle work. Secure the kill there. Beautiful work. But as I said before, Pathfinder's really finding some strong map control and sector presence here. As we can see, a bit of a wrap coming out from the Pathfinders, but whether that will be able to get enough pressure early enough for 9PC sort of wrap to this point. In saying that, there's a bit of a battle for the hill over here. General Onyx, commander for 9PZ, in amongst the defense effort as the point does start to flip towards the way of 9PZ. As we see here, the Panzer IV pushing up and taking out that Stewart that was on hardcap. There's a lot of hardcap pressure here from 9PZ. Fair bit going on. Looks like we will see a recon tank, I believe. Or the secondary Stewart, apologies. Should know those after so many hours. But it looks like the hardcap mostly in control here. Apart from a couple of SLs, which will allow a bit of a reset here. Looks like Kevin here has a small army ahead of him. Panzer IV with its 9 cap weight, it's going to be really difficult to see 9PZ just sort of flooding in the northern side of, oh sorry, the southern side of Black Bits. My apologies. And looks like plenty of OP still up for our Pathfinder, so we could be in for a brilliant battle here. As Actor Jack there getting the kill on death. Not often you see someone get one up, but beautiful capture there. And, great grind from 9th Panzer Division. Sticking to their roots here. Looks like they will be looking for that satchel. And they managed to get that off safe and sound. That's Stuart. He's getting a bit adventurous here. He's going to beat his early demises. Obviously they will have HE loaded here. Get in. Stuart stop dead in the tracks. A brilliant retake there from the 9PC, but as we can see here, just bits and pieces all throughout their backline to clean up here for 9PZ. Pathfinders being forced to reset here. As we can see, they come up this hill, and it's a bit of a battle getting up there. And we will follow their journey here. Looks like the ATs here having none of that. Honky going down. So it will be just a bit of a lull. Looks like Hill 400 is in control of the Pathfinders here. Sorry, of the 9PZ. Looks like they will be resetting onto Bergstein here. We might just check in on their map. It looks like a pretty good northern assault here. Battle. Looks like Skypock there will go down. Pretty much 2 full squads there. Just pushing that edge there. As we should start seeing those first heavies starting to come up, and as we can see here, good little bit of a flank going on here. It's still really good presence. Like they've got presence within the sector. That will keep them in the fight. Looks like they Pathfinders starting to make their way up the hill. Got an OP up there, but get up here on cheeks. Looks like Clanker will be sighted in. And some nice shots coming out there. Will be the slow grind now for Pathfinders. So a bit of a fight going on up here. There's Toast dance with Cuds. Toast getting the better on that occasion. Running the satchel class there. Looks like Pathfinders sort of dedicating a bit more to that hill here. Which is quite important given their defensive layout that they do have. So it looks like Pathfinder's starting to squash that Hill 400 area now, which you do love to see. Good exchange of ground there. And unfortunately it looks like just little pockets of action. Looks like your villain. They're taking some shots from Honky and will fall, but the front door here being knocked on by Adrenaline. And we should start seeing those tanks. Not really heard them fire yet, but a really solid line here from the Pathfinders. Looks like they will get reset. Looks like the northern side here just being pushed. Seems 9PZ has shifted their forces away from here. And looks like a potential tank being satcheled here, but will be the first Tiger of the match. I think they are panicking just a little. I couldn't see a but we'll go down there, and that could really open up the game here for the Pathfinders. Getting that first tank kill, I believe they've still got theirs nice and safely nestled, ready for an assault. Like it will be. Oh god, these trees are difficult to maneuver through. A bit of ships in the night adrenaline, getting one. For demonic. And like ships in the night, they cruise on by each other. Fortunately there for demonic, his teammates is back. That front door is completely in control at the moment by the 9PZ guys here. They will still have their beginning Panzer IV up, but the grind here, north edge of map, we'll just have a quick look. Looks like a lot of stagnating. We will see a wonderful MG emplacement there. So these boys move through the trees. And Johnny Dank there picking up a couple. Beautiful rocket there from Kevin. I believe he got the OP. Unfortunately, they're fall as we see a bit of a bombing run coming in over the hard cap of flak pits from 9PZ, and I believe it will collect a truck in the process. As looks like Pathfinders here being pushed back a bit on their hill expedition. Did manage to get some decent control there. Looks like they've got a back Gary, which I'd love to see. We'll be tempting Crow here. He's under a bit of fire from multiple angles here. Oh my god, we went over the map there. Apologies. He will get taken out. Sort of a bit overwhelmed on this defensive point here, as we'll just go see the push is developing. Looks like we've got multiple SLs here, as just below me. Bit of a push on the northern side with 9PZ nearly making it to those houses. But, looks like the shift of forces here might cause them to lose a little bit of ground. Looks like the next medium here is just cruising on in. It's a little bit isolated, and just as isolated as this 76 here for Pathfinders, as Easy wanders on in, and looks like a bit going on there. How he has survived a shell on a tree next to him, a bit interesting, but very good awareness there from the tank commander. But at least now they do know that they're a little less safe than what they thought they were. So looks Looks like a bit of a push here coming on the defensive side for Pathfinders. So it will be, I think, a bit of a switch of forces. Looks like the garrison has been found in the back here for Pathfinders. And 9PZ locking that down, but we might just head on over and see what's actually going on over here. A little bit jittery. Looks like they've cleared most of it out, I believe. Yeah, many OPs been wiped here. As we can see, the P4 just relocating there. And bit of a stalemate. Looks like the ground again has gone the way of Pathfinders. Just sort of holding on to that. And it's a very stagnated map at the moment, I believe. Just looking through it. Pathfinders looking pretty sound in their defense at the moment. And looks like they are getting some really good flanking opportunities here from a wonderful Gary. Looks like they have relocated a little bit further back here at 76, the first one. It shouldn't be too far off the second one coming out here. So we can see plenty of fuel there. Not really sure where to look at the moment. There's little smatterings here and there. As it will be an adventurous P4. Just up here at the moment. Not quite sure if it's been dealt with. Looks like Sleepy going around, and could see a bit of pressure here as they do get onto the hard cap and are sort of splitting the team in half. Looks like one rocket will go in the rear from Sleepy, and I'm not sure if he's got a second. Looks like he will be reloading that bazooka. Looking for that angle here. Unfortunately, will fall to the hands of Easy. Coming back on that defense. And there's some flares coming out for the Pathfinders. As their rear push here sort of being found out, they are holding their ground exceptionally well, I will say. Like that vehicle will go down here. I believe it was just a truck. It would be a Greyhound Tonka getting the rocket, but a bit of a wrap here coming out from 9PZ. Commander sort of leading that charge as well. You do like to see that. And looks like they are aware of that with a recon coming in. But we will check in on that momentarily. So we see IPZ sort of march down that center corridor. Pathfinder's sort of giving them a bit of room to move here. Whether that's through diversion though. Because they do still have multiple OPs up on the eastern side of Flak Pits here, so could see something crazy. Looks like Will to survive here. Being run down by a rock pile. Not sure if they know each other are there. And, oh, unlucky. Pair of them working well there. It's a good clear there. We'll go check in on the rear here. Looks like just 2 OPs remain. That front door Gary has fallen for the Pathfinders, and that will hurt. Going a little fast here. Looks like this 76 has called in defensive. Bit of a tank column coming in here. 49PZ. Got the P4 up front. A little bit of a bait here for the Tiger, so could be seeing a bit of action here. And unfortunately for the 76, they do have a sniper in point that they probably don't know about. Looks like he is lighting up something. Looks like we could see an engagement. Looks like Daniel might actually get the kill first. Looks like he will be going for the satchel place, but will not matter. Unfortunately, the tank killing that, igniting the satchel immediately. Will kill his friendlies, but that's alright. Tank's down, that's all that really matters. Bit of a rear push coming here. A flank from 9PZ. So, lovely to see here. As we can see, good bit of pressure coming onto flak pits. As we've seen all game, these squads just absolutely grinding it down. But we might get down in the thick of it here. This Barry will fall. The garrison has been spotted, and this could be dangerous. We see Colton here. Just we'll take that out. There is a local OP. Like Huns will be on the case. Slightly a bit late, but that's alright. They've got all the classes here to be able to get this rebuilt. Looks like snipes there going on in. See what exactly is going on in here. Looks like a bit of a ring around the rosy as 9PZ attackers really got Pathfinders just sort of scrambling at the moment. It's will be dealt with, so well done on that defense there. But it isn't over yet, as we do see a number of infantry around this point, but we do see some good hard cap pressure here. Unfortunately, at least at the moment, it's not super backed up with a decent front door in. They are sort of getting a little bit collapsed in here. So, a testament to the 9PZ defense at the moment. So, they're sort of really locking them out. Sort of a bit all over the joint, I do apologise. At the moment for the Pathfinders. Looks like we will be in a slight bit of a cap race. Let's just quickly get on over to see how dangerous this really is on the defense, and yeah, it's not looking great at the moment for the Pathfinders. Looks like they have been pushed off Bergstein with only the one OP actually in the hard cap, but this could work out in their favour here, as we see it is being stopped at the moment, as I believe a bit of a call for defense might come out. We will just get in on that hard cap and let's have a look at how dangerous this is. Looks like they have been able to get a few OPs in there really nice and close and actually sort of get them scrambling a bit. First sort of sign throughout this match at the moment, we see a full sort of defend called by the looks at from 9PZ. But it will be almost halfway capped here at the moment, as it looks like the counter offensive has come onto Bergstein on the defense. But look, with the amount of SLs coming off of this garrison, it's looking quite promising here for Pathfinders. They've got a lot of weight, and it will just start to tickle back and forth. As we see the guys all coming down the hill, this is quite intense at the moment actually. A lot of trading going back and forth, but 9PZ looking like they might actually just clean this up, at least from a between the points perspective. It will be the spawns on hard cap at the moment, really keeping this cap alive. And for them, it's all about staying alive. That's sort of all they got to do to keep that pressure on. But unfortunately, I think this is just this cap sort of come through a bit of a chink in the 9PZ's armor here. As you can see, it's sort of all very one-directional, and it's looking like 9PZ just sort of really wrapping them back in, coming from their own defensive line. And we might just go have a quick look at how this fight is going in on hardcap, and looks like 9PZ sort of done a similar thing. They've managed to get back into that hardcap again. It will be a shell onto this 76 from the Tiger, and I think that will be 76 if they can thread it through the trees. Beautiful shot there from the Tiger. Crew being Echo, Scoozy and Thomas, but looks like a defense call has come out for the Pathfinders, and they're bringing this one back. But as we can see here, Clanker just sort of being a bit of a thorn. Looks like an airhead will come down for 9PZ. And this Tiger now coming into play. As you can see here, a lot of fuel at the moment. Not exactly sure where those 76s are coming, but this Tiger looks like to be making a move. Looks like Toast has this airhead in his sight lines. But will they get a spawn before he gets over there? And I'm not sure if he's seen it or heard it, unless I've misread that. But interestingly, I believe we will see some spawns off that. So will be 9PZ here, sort of controlling the northern side, I believe it is, of Bergstein. Well, maybe they did get it. I'm now questioning my own whether that's a map asset or not. But yeah. Anyway, it looks like the cap pressure is starting to come back for 9PZ here, getting into that hard cap, and it was an airhead. I knew it. I wasn't seeing things. But anyway, the hard cap pressure coming in onto Bergstein now. 9PZ having the advantage of the Tiger in tow here, and that could really be the difference now. At least for capping this point, it just tends to open up a bit more once you get past those, at least on the Allies side, past those middle sectors. At least if you're not got the north point. It will be the Tiger coming in. It is injured. Looks like it will get tracked there, so it'll be stuck in first. And looks like there will be a 76 coming out. We'll just get all the way back here. And he probably does not have sight lines at the moment, but I won't lie, this is looking like a pretty convincing cap at the moment. If they can't get rid of this Tiger, but looks like that Tiger will go down. saved himself if he just backed up to Patton there. Just gained a bit of distance, but it will still be going the way of the 9PZ forces here, as it looks like we got pretty much an all-in, I believe, from 9PZ, as we see not a lot of sector weight there on flak pits. And looks like that airhead location will get snuffed out by Barry. He's probably exhausted all its spawns here. But looks like a battle for the road at the moment. And 9PZ being on the right-hand side of that road, or on the right side of the road in terms of hard cap here. As we can see, they're just outside. It is quite a tiny circle when you think about it's just these buildings here. And, it's looking like a pretty convincing cap right now. There's a massive spawn, defensive spawn here coming out for the Pathfinders left of screen, starting to run in. That will be the 4th point, flicking on over to the 9th Panzer Division there. And I believe they have sort of some immediate pressure over here. As we see, the 76 has been hurt by something, quite sure what. But we'll be looking to get on out of there. As we can see, quite a solid cap here from the 9th Panzer Division. The Pathfinders finding themselves sort of isolated at the moment. There's big rig and Chungus there doing some heavy lifting at the moment on this offensive. Looks like they're just waiting to get their OPs back down. And as we can see, that will be the case as Pathfinders more or less reset off an entire garrison. We'll see how this 76 is going. It's not in a great shape. Currently turtling its way back to spawn to away from all these ATs, and the quick spreading out here of 9PZ really sort of just fanning out and eliminating all those spawns. Looks like I believe that will be the Stewart or a truck going down there. A little bit quick on the camera there, sorry. But as I said before, massive reset on junction here. And Pathfinders finding themselves a bit on the back foot. Definitely not out of it, but unfortunately that cap really gave up a lot of ground here. That's okay. Still got 50 minutes left and absolutely grind it out. It's 9PZ starting to come in here. It's on board Brad here. Looks like he is lob across, and I think we've got an R6 player on our hands. Let's go. Beautiful shots there on Jax. Bronco will clean that up. I won't lie, that that wiggle really caught me off guard. It's me every time. But, Toast Mozambique here. See Turbo sort of cruising around. He's got a few in front of him, and I think he's been spotted. He's been tagged. Looks like he might get caught in the bandage here. He will get it off. Free fire coming out. Unfortunately, won't be able to get the shots, but he has got a fair few on him at the moment. Great kill on Diabetes there, but will fall to Chungus. Little micro battle there. And, looks like meat sledge here. Will get absolutely obliterated by the trench gun there. So, flank coming out here for the Pathfinders. Getting their trucks on. Got a nice little garrison here. And, a good line of OPs. Very sort of cluttered at the minute. Looks like a bit of a... We'll just get on over there. I am very disorientated. Good dude on the Gary over here though. Looks like they will get that northern Gary. At least Kevin will. And looks like 9PZ's line is expanding even further, sort of funneling into these two sort of ways you get into junction. And we'll try and get in on a bit of the action. Haven't seen any tanks come up. See them on the screen. But the 76 is in defense, I believe. Tiger has made its way up to the front line. Love to see that. I think he is sighted in, actually in a bit of a long distance battle here through the trees. Quite a hard shot to make. We'll overshoot it a bit, but we might just check in on that once we hear a wreck noise. Because at those distances they're gonna hit trees or get some weird angle. It's an interesting battle, that one though. But Pathfinder's holding on to this front line at the moment. It does look like they are a bit light, at least on the north. 9PZ sort of really, I guess, funneling them in. As we can see, there's sort of two ways in to this without sort of coming in through the rear, which is still very treacherous. Get in on some gunfights here. Get on Berkeley here. Comes up the tree. Bronco there. Just really holding that down. He's been in those trenches a couple minutes now and just doing really great work keeping up that OP for his squads. And I believe that will be a trade. There. A little interesting here. Looks like Dickerson just getting out and trying to actually get a bit of a sight line here. As looks like the middle spawn is being wrapped here by Clanker of the 9th Panzer Division. They know that they are not to kill this man, otherwise some of their team will go boop. We'll be good, but creeping through, we'll get that valuable spawn. Looks like we'll looks like it has been noticed here. In amongst the trees, honky here. Get the better of Reb and we'll hold on to this position. Looks like a nice rocket coming out from Chassé. They've displaced that 76. It will live at the moment. Let's just have a look and see where this Tiger's gotten off to. Looks like there's two of them now. And looks like Pathfinders could be in a world of hurt here. There's a brilliant shell there coming from Hawk Dock. Just keep their tank up, but will be the 9th Panzer Division really starting to close in and sort of encircle, at least on the northern side here, as we do see some cheeky supplies, but Ruthless Rick here. All over them. We'll land on the roof and roll off. And, fortunately for 9PZ, they won't quite get those supplies to be utilised, but interestingly, it looks like they've managed to get an OP off in hardcap, and let's just go have a look at what's going on over here, as unfortunately for Pathfinders, they need to find something quick and get some real pressure going. As we can see, these Tigers, looks like one's been given the green light to go for a drive, as it will begin a cap for the Pathfinders here. And one thing they do have to be, as we can see here, the attack markers coming out for some smoke on point. They have to be absolutely sure about this, because as we can see here, no garrison actually on the hard cap, and we're down to 1 OP. Looks like this is going to be an all or nothing for Pathfinders. Because one thing 9PC don't want to do is lose that, so it looks like they will go back. One Tiger has turned, and this other one here on the front door, just saying good day with his 88mm. And go down, but the camera is incredibly janky when you're traversing in the Y-axis, so it will be a bit more pressure as we see multiple SLs here. Looks like artillery will land on that point. Not quite sure if that's... I actually think that's friendly for the 9PZ guys here, the guys in red. As they do begin to cap this last point once again with Jack getting there into the hard cap. And just have a quick look. Looks like multiple OPs still coming off here for this Bergstein push, and it is quite touch and go here as a Tiger does make its way into the hard cap. So we'll check the resources there. Good little pressure here from 9PZ. Looks like we will see a P-strike, I'm assuming, on this puppy. But I think that Tiger might just get the hell out of there, so... might still hit. Quite interesting here. Unfortunately, both miss. Unfortunately, that was bang on until that Tiger just backed up a touch, but... will be hard cap in the hands of 9PZ here, as they've sort of been cut in half. So we see a little bit of a flanking, at least OP over here from Clanker, as the Pathfinder's sort of trying to get back in. This Tiger really being a real big thorn, as it'd be quite dicey if I was that medium, but you got to do what you got to do to try and get back on this hard cap and get as much bodies in as you can. Bit of a flaming kill coming out here from Chassis, as the side of that tank is lit up at the moment. As Pathfinder's there trying to get back in here. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in. I'm a bit rusty with this new system, so any feedback and all feedback's appreciated. But once again, thanks for tuning in for a great game to start off, or one of the games to start off the TPL Season 1 down in Division 4. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll post in chat. Hopefully, some other streams you guys can all go jump onto, have a look, and really get around the games. So thanks again, guys, and we'll catch you next time.